Did you know that the very first thing you eat in the morning might secretly be sabotaging the muscles and blood vessels that keep you strong where it matters most? If you're a man over 60 and noticing weaker erections, less energy, or even numbness below the waist, it may not be your age that's to blame. In fact, your breakfast could be working against you without you even realizing it. Most men don't know this, but the foods you start your day with can either support healthy blood flow to the groin or quietly cut it off. And here's the kicker. Many are missing out on one simple food that could actually help reverse the problem. I'm Dr. Geogia, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience in urology and performance decline related to age. I've treated thousands of men across America who believed their intimacy was slipping away simply because they were older. But what we discovered was far more hopeful than that. But first, please like the video. The more people like it, the more YouTube will distribute it to people who don't have access to doctors or hospitals. Also, please share the video with your friends and family. Many lives can be saved with your help, so share it. Here's the truth. Your body wants to restore circulation to the lower body, but it can only do it if you give it the right tools. And those tools don't come in a pill bottle or prescription slip. They're found in 5 very specific simple morning foods. Foods you already know, but never realized could be used to target male circulation. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to use them. You'll discover how 5 easy ingredients can boost blood flow down there, strengthen pelvic muscle tissue, and bring back confidence, without scary side effects. And if you stick with me until the end, I'll reveal a surprising food combination that men are using to feel results in less than a week. So let's get started. Ingredient number 1, plain yogurt, nature's circulation starter. Over the years, I've lost count of how many men in their 60s have sat across from me, frustrated, embarrassed, and confused about why things below the belt just don't work the way they used to. Almost every time I ask about their diet, they shrug and say something like, "Doc, I just drink coffee in the morning, maybe grab a piece of toast if I remember." What they don't realize is that their body, especially at this stage of life, is starving for specific nutrients right when they wake up. And one of the most powerful sources of those nutrients has been sitting in their fridge the whole time, plain yogurt. I know it might sound like nothing more than a light snack, but let me be clear. If you're a man over 60 and you're not eating plain yogurt regularly, you're missing out on one of nature's simplest and most effective ways to restore blood flow and strength to your lower body. The secret comes down to the probiotics, protein, and calcium. Probiotics help reduce inflammation that blocks blood vessels, while protein and calcium strengthen the pelvic floor muscles, the same muscles that support erections, control urinary flow, and keep you steady throughout the day. As circulation slows with age, these muscles are among the first to weaken. But when you fuel them properly, especially first thing in the morning, your body responds. You feel steadier, notice fewer cramps or numbness, and yes, you start to feel more confident in intimate moments, not because of medication, but because your blood is flowing naturally again. I remember one patient, James, age 65. He told me he hadn't had a morning erection in over 2 years. Within just 4 weeks of switching his breakfast to include a bowl of plain yogurt with a drizzle of honey, he called me, his voice shaking with disbelief. "Doc," he said, "I woke up feeling like I was 40 again." That's the power of giving your body what it truly needs at the right time. Ingredient number 2, quinoa with almonds, the artery cleaner. Every time I see an older man in my office struggling with poor circulation, weaker erections, or that heavy, dragging feeling in the lower body, I don't just ask what pills he's taking, I ask about his breakfast. And almost every time the answer is either I don't eat breakfast or I grab something sugary and quick. The problem is that choice sets the tone for your whole day. What I recommend instead may seem too simple to matter, but I've seen it change lives. A warm bowl of quinoa topped with almonds. Quinoa by itself is a powerful ally for aging arteries. It's loaded with magnesium and fiber, which relax blood vessels and improve blood flow. For men over 60, that kind of circulatory support isn't just a bonus, it's essential. Now add almonds to the mix, and something amazing happens. These nuts are packed with healthy fats, vitamin E, and antioxidants that keep blood vessels open, calm inflammation, and let blood flow more smoothly and powerfully. This isn't just good for your heart, it directly impacts your ability to achieve and maintain a strong, healthy erection. I'll never forget Robert, age 69, who told me after retirement he felt like his body was shutting down. He had no energy, struggled climbing stairs, and intimacy had quietly disappeared from his life. I convinced him to swap out his sugary cereal for quinoa with almonds, blueberries, and a dash of cinnamon. Within 2 weeks, he told me his legs felt lighter. Within a month, he was sleeping better, had more energy in the mornings, and was noticing benefits he hadn't felt in years, both in and out of the bedroom. He laughed and said, "Doc, I never thought a bowl of quinoa could do this." But here's the truth. What you eat first thing in the morning sets the tone for your blood flow all day long. And this simple, warm combination tells your arteries it's safe to open up, it's time to feed the muscles and nerves that keep you feeling like yourself again. Now, if you're ready to take your circulation to the next level, there's a fruit that works almost like a natural Viagra, without the risks or side effects. Most men overlook it, but when eaten at the right time, it works fast. Let's talk about it. Ingredient number 3, pomegranate, the bedroom fruit. I'll never forget the look on my patient Michael's face, age 63, when I told him to start eating pomegranate in the morning. He laughed and said, "Doc, I thought that was just for fancy parties." But what most men don't realize is that pomegranate is one of nature's most powerful tools for restoring blood flow exactly where you need it most. This fruit is packed with polyphenols, antioxidants that boost nitric oxide, the very same compound that opens up blood vessels and allows more blood to flow into the groin. It's the exact same biological pathway that popular erectile dysfunction drugs use, except here you're fueling your body naturally instead of relying on a pill. And the best part? It works fast. I've had patients tell me they felt improved sensitivity and stronger morning erections within just 1 week of adding pomegranate to their routine. Michael called me 2 weeks later and said, "I don't know if it's the pomegranate or the fact that I'm finally eating breakfast, but something's definitely waking up down there." We both laughed, but he wasn't imagining it. The polyphenols were doing their job, opening blood vessels and bringing new vitality to his lower body. For best results, eat pomegranate on an empty stomach or right before your main breakfast. A handful of seeds or a glass of pure, unsweetened juice is all it takes. And here's a tip: choose fresh pomegranates or pure juice with no added sugar if you want the maximum benefit. If you've been searching for a natural way to feel more alive, energized, and responsive below the waist, this fruit may be the refreshing boost you've been missing. Ingredient number 4, avocado with olive oil, the circulation stabilizer. Out of all the recommendations I've given through the years, this is the one that surprises men the most. Avocado? They ask. For circulation? But when you understand how your body works in those critical first minutes after waking up, it makes perfect sense. After hours without food, your muscles, including those in your legs, pelvis, and yes, even your penis, are running on empty. Your blood vessels need nutrients, your muscles need energy, and your nervous system needs balance. That's why something as simple as half an avocado mashed with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil can become the morning stabilizer your entire lower body craves. Avocados are loaded with monounsaturated fats that keep arteries flexible, plus potassium to regulate blood pressure. When you add olive oil, rich in anti-inflammatory compounds and antioxidants, you're giving your body the tools it needs to improve circulation, regulate nerve impulses, and maintain nerve sensitivity, which often declines with age if we don't address it. These nutrients help your muscles contract, your blood flow improve, and your nerves stay sharp, all of which are critical for male vitality. I think of William, age 72, who came to me complaining of heavy, numb legs and a dull ache in his groin. He'd tried stretching, massage, even prescription medications. Nothing worked. I suggested a small change before his normal breakfast: half an avocado with olive oil and a glass of warm water. It seemed far too simple to him. But 3 days later, he called me and said, "Doc, I don't know what's happening, but my legs are lighter, and I don't have to lean on the nightstand just to get up anymore." There's something powerful about starting your day with real, whole foods your body instantly recognizes. Avocados may seem humble, but eaten this way, they quietly restore balance, circulation, and energy from the inside out. Ingredient number 5, blackberries, the vitality booster. Now that you know 4 powerful foods that can bring back strength, blood flow, and energy down there, it's time to cover one last piece of the puzzle. Because let's be honest, knowledge without action doesn't change a thing. The final food is one many men overlook, but it's incredibly powerful for your blood vessels and muscles: blackberries. These small, dark fruits are packed with anthocyanins, antioxidants that strengthen blood vessels and make arteries more flexible. They're also rich in vitamin C and fiber, which reduce inflammation and support muscle recovery. I had a patient, David, age 66, who added a handful of blackberries to his breakfast. Within a week, he told me he felt more energy and more sensitivity below the waist. He laughed and said, "Doc, I never thought something so small could make such a big difference." For the best results, toss fresh or frozen blackberries into a smoothie or add them to your morning yogurt. Either way, you're giving your body a boost in circulation and vitality that you can feel quickly. What you need to do starting today. If you've made it this far, it already tells me something important. You care. You're not just coasting through this stage of life, letting your body decline without a fight. You're still showing up, and that matters. The good news is, you now have tools. But remember, tools don't do any good if they just sit in the drawer. Real change happens the moment you decide to act. Not tomorrow, not someday, but today. Start small. Tomorrow morning, commit to eating just one of the 5 foods we've talked about. Maybe it's a bowl of plain yogurt with honey. Maybe it's quinoa with almonds and cinnamon. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to happen. Because what you eat in the first hour after waking is one of the most powerful choices you can make for your circulation, your confidence, and your independence. Don't skip breakfast anymore. Don't wait until you're already tired, stressed, or behind on your day. Give your body what it's asking for the moment it wakes up. That's when your blood vessels are most open to change. That's when your muscles are most ready for nutrients. That's when you break the cycle of decline and start rebuilding what time has tried to steal. You may not see dramatic changes overnight, but stay consistent. In just a few days, you could feel more energy in your legs, more warmth in your groin, more strength in your steps, and more responsiveness where it matters most. You may start sleeping better. You may wake up to something you haven't felt in years: hope. And if you're worried it's too late for you, let me tell you with complete honesty, it's not. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even late 80s completely transform their energy, their intimacy, and their vitality simply by choosing to start their mornings differently. Here's what I've learned after decades of working with men over 60. Aging doesn't take your strength. It only takes what you're willing to give up. And most of the time, what we give up isn't our bodies. It's our belief that change is still possible. But I'm here to remind you, it absolutely is. Now you know 5 powerful morning foods: plain yogurt, quinoa with almonds, pomegranate, avocado with olive oil, and blackberries. Foods that can restore blood flow, improve sensitivity, support muscle strength, and bring life back to parts of your body you may have thought were gone for good. These aren't gimmicks or quick fixes. They're real foods that speak directly to your biology. And even more important, you now understand exactly when and how to eat these foods for maximum impact. You know that your first hour awake sets the tone for everything else. Your energy, your self-confidence, your health, even your relationships. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. Just start. Start tomorrow. Take control of your mornings and let every bite you eat work for you, not against you. Because this isn't the end. Far from it. Your next act begins at breakfast. And it starts with your choice to take that first step.